The 4-1-3-2 is a genius variation of the 4-4-2 that's been straight up owning FC25 recently. This formation is breaking controllers, climbing ranks and leaving opponents scrambling to keep up. Wanna know why this formation has got everyone buzzing? Stay locked in, you're gonna love this one. Do you need coins to buy high-end players and make your dream team? Then you gotta check out lootbar.gg and their amazing prices. They're already 10% cheaper than any other platforms, and I've got you another 8% off by using my code OMID. Plus, after each purchase you receive a free 5% extra coins, more than the amount you actually ordered. Many familiar faces in the content creators community are using Loot Bar services, and with a super fast and safe delivery system, you can have your coins as soon as 30 minutes. So make sure to check out Loot Bar and their amazing prices, and don't forget to use the code OMID at checkout to get that extra 8% off. The link is in the description. Hey everyone, it's Tomidex here and welcome back to another video. Make sure to smash that like button to support the channel, and let's get straight into the setup. The formation is the 4-1-3-2, the one with one CDM and a center mid. The build-up style is unbalanced, even though I can see counter working great on this setup as well. The defensive approach is on high with 85 line height, making sure we have that high pressing presence at the final third. Moving on to the player roles, the first ones are always the strikers. I have one on advanced forward and support. This player usually receives the ball with his back to the goal, trying to connect one final pass. And I want nothing out of the second striker other than positioning himself in a deadly spot, always ready to do damage, so target forward and balance for me is a very important piece of this puzzle. The sentiment for me is on a box-to-box instructions. Playmaker would work just as fine, but my Sava doesn't have the Playmaker ++, so I'm keeping her on box-to-box. Next up is the winger on the same side of the target forward striker is on a winger and balance role. We don't want these two players occupying similar spaces, and 10 times out of 10 I want that striker to have the better positioning. So inside forward would make no sense on this side, we're strictly using this winger as a wide outlet. On the other side though, we have inside forward and balance, a perfect combination for advanced forward and support on the corresponding striker. Next up is the CDM, and it's the single most important part of this formation. Pay attention here, you clearly see when we switch to the position based view, this CDM is always in the same line as the center mid, which makes them constantly collide in game. No matter the instructions, these two are not gonna coexist and make this formation functional. But look what happens when we put the role on deep lying playmaker, and as soon as the focus goes up to build up, boom, problem solved. Now it turns this formation into a very organic shape that's great to work with. As I said, this is the most important part of this setup, and the rest of it is pretty standard. The fullbacks are both on fullback and defend, keeping a compact backline, defender and defend on both of the center backs, and my goalkeeper as always is on sweeper keeper. Which leads to this formation into this tactics code you can see on your screen. I'll make sure to put them down in the description as well. Now let's move on to some gameplay. The 4-1-3-2 is the perfect solution to playing two certain cards in the midfield, where one can only play CDM and the other one can only play center mid. Also, I would say in the right hands, this formation has the potential to be even better than the 4-4-2 flat, given the fact that CDMs on this game have naturally better defensive positioning compared to center mids, which gives you the best of both worlds of having the deep lying CDM and a center mid that now has the freedom of moving into some more advanced positions and contributing to the attack with no risk of getting counter-attacked. You can keep watching the rest of the clip if you want to get a feel of this formation in the game, and I'll see you at the end of the video. That's it for today's video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. It would help out the channel massively. This is the end of this episode, and hopefully I will see you on the next one.